there, and welcome. Well, we're coming to the end of the project, and so there are some more general things that I'm going to talk about here. And this one is going to sound kind of weird coming from me, but I'm going to try to make it make sense. You need a mission statement. Now, I know that it's a big thing right now for corporations and businesses and schools and all these different folks to have mission statements. And they seem dumb. And I understand that feeling that they seem dumb, because really corporate mission statements, they're of limited value because not everybody holds them in the same way. So I have a mission statement. My mission statement is love God and love others. That's my mission statement. That's my job. That's what I'm going to do. Now, in the context of the classroom, I kind of pictured a little scale. One of those old-timey scales where there was a fulcrum in the middle and then a bar that balanced and then two little trays, and there was a set weight on one side. And then on the other side, I would put whatever was coming at me from outside the classroom. But what was the little weight on this side that helped me support my mission statement? Will it do them good? Meaning the students. It was all about would it do them good? Would it make them better readers, better writers, better thinkers? Now, if it also made them better at cooperating with their neighbor or at completing work, if it did those things, that was fine. But really, the question was, will it do them good as a reader, writer, or thinker? That's how I used the mission statement to set up this weight against which I would weigh all the things that would come at me. So that's my little weight on one side, and everything that came into the room got weighed against it. That included like choices about curriculum, about writing assignments, about homework. Everything was on that little scale. Will it do them good? Will it do them good? Will it make them better readers or writers or thinkers? Will it help? And lots of things, yes. When I put them on that little scale, the answer was yes, that balances out. That's going to do them good. And so that's how I gauged what needed to come into the room. Not whether it would please my boss, because the boss is not in the room all the time, all right? And bosses, if they don't have their own sense of mission, they're all over the place. You can't predict what they're going to like and what they're not going to like. It's crazy. And parents are the same story. My dad used to make a joke about how parents would come in and say, now, don't spank little Johnny, my boy. But you know that little boy that sits in front of him, if you'll spank him when he's bad, my boy will figure out what's right and wrong. That's how Daddy understood some of the messages he got from parents. They aren't consistent because not all the children are their children. But teacher, all the students are your students. The ones that like you, the ones that hate you, it doesn't matter. Will it do them good? Will it do them good? That's how I carried out my mission. You really need that. And it really doesn't matter whether you're in teaching or in custodial work or you're a boss of a company. None of that should change your mission. Get your mission in mind and stick to it. Get your mission in mind and then give yourself a question that sets up your scale to weigh all the things that are going to come at you and to decide which ones will work and which ones won't. There was this anti-bullying campaign Is it good to teach students that they shouldn't bully? Yes, it's good. Is there a way I can use this message, don't bully, to make them better readers, writers, and thinkers? You betcha. You betcha. There's a number of activities, a number of stories, a number of things we can read and discuss and write about that will improve their skills as readers, writers, and thinkers, and will also help them make decisions about whether or not they should bully somebody. The answer is no, they shouldn't, but they need to come to that answer themselves. And there were lots of times that I had people come in and say things to me that I thought to myself, no, that's not good for them. That's not good for them. I don't want to do that. And if it became, and I've talked about it on the channel, if it became so pressure driven against me to say, you will do this, I either found a way through the way I taught it to make it do them good, or I just didn't do it. And that's the thing. In the end, you don't have a lot that you can look to that's gonna be of high value, because things are rapid fading. They go away. Even this, the fact that I've spent this year, a little over a year, trying to make tribute to the profession that I thought John served so well, and the one that I wanted to serve well, even that, even though everything lives forever on the internet, well, who cares if it's not seen? It doesn't matter. You know, there's all sorts of ideas about that. You can look to all sorts of things, but the real value is in that moment when you're doing your mission. That's what matters. And you have to have your little scale set up, because if you don't have that little scale set up, you might as well be garbage in the wind, because the storms come in the room constantly. And I'm certain that it's not just in teaching. I think all professions are exposed to these winds of change, and the challenge for any professional is to know how to respond to them. And the way you do that is you have a mission statement, yours, not the organization's, yours. And you have your scale set up. The only way that you can stay on solid ground is by having that set up, because I'm telling you now, there are going to be winds that are going to push pretty hard against you. And if you don't have that anchoring mission, you're going to blow away. Now, next episode, I'll talk about some of the things that I think practically a teacher can do to use their scale of judgment and use their mission to stand up to the winds that try to blow through their work. That's it for this time. I hope you have a warm and wonderful and bountiful day. And I hope you see me again. You gorgeous people.